The following is a presentation of Bad TV.
Hey everyone, and welcome to a special edition of Badlands Weekly. We're on the set. My name's Chuck Brennan, and this is a very, very, very exciting day for not only me and my guests, but all of you. We're going to announce our 2016 concert lineup for the first 5 months. And I'd like to introduce everybody at the table here today. On my far left, we have Crash, and he's the host of the Morning Crash right here on KBAD that goes live 9 a.m. Thanksgiving morning. You're going to be on the morning every day at 5:30 in the morning, so get some sleep. Next to Crash, of course, we have Mike Finling, also known as Chainsaw, a manager of our Badlands Entertainment Group. And, Mike's probably better known as the lead singer of Slave Raider and the creative genius behind Hairball right here at Badlands. And somebody who needs no introduction, especially to us at the table, of course, legendary rock and roller Jack Blades, the lead singer of Night Ranger and Damn Yankees and so many projects I can't really even remember them right now. Welcome, Jack.
Great to be here, Chuck. Always great to be here.
So I have a great staff with me right now at the table, and we are going to tell you what's going on right here at Badlands. What do you think of this place, Jack?
I'm telling you, this place defies description. You can't even explain it. You're going to have to come here to see what's going on here. And when you first told me about this place,
Yep.
I was like, I guess I understand. I'm not too sure. In fact, I couldn't even wrap my head around it. And Paul Staley and I were in L.A. a few weeks ago, and we were trying to explain it to Gene Simmons. And Gene, who's a real smart guy, as you well know, right? Gene couldn't even wrap his head around it. I mean, there is nothing like this in the world. I'm telling you that right now. And I've been all over the world. I mean, you have to come here and check it out. Seeing is believing. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, you couldn't have said it any better. And we have a lot of shows to announce, guys, so let's jump right into it. So we're starting the new year off right here at Badlands for our first ever New Year's Eve concert. And to tell you about this with our Badlands house band, he's up in our green room right now, our own metal cowboy, Ron Keel. Hey, Ron, tell us what you got going on New Year's Eve.
Thanks, Chuck. You know, the Badlands House Band puts the rock in guns, gold, and rock and roll. And at our New Year's Eve party here at Badlands Pawn, we're going to celebrate 2015, the year that was, and kick off our Thursday night concert series. $100 general admission gets you in the door, front and center for all the action, all you can drink, all you can eat appetizers, and all the music you love, courtesy of the Badlands House Band and the Guns, Gold, and Rock and Roll Network. Right now I'm sitting up here in our beautiful VIP backstage suites, and we've been all over the road these last few months in Minnesota, Florida, Texas, but I can tell you the boys and I are very excited to get out on that Badlands $1 Million concert stage and give the people a New Year's Eve celebration they'll never forget. Tickets available at badlandsboxoffice.com or here in person when the box office opens at 9 a.m. on Monday, November 23rd. Once again, the Badlands House Band, live in concert at Badlands Pawn on New Year's Eve. You're our people, we're your band. Now back to Chuck Brennan and the boys in the Badlands TV studios.
Thanks, Ron. That was awesome. Great description, and I can't wait for New Year's Eve. How about that?
Yeah, fun.
Great.
So here's the deal. On January 7th, let's get right started. You know, we have the house band coming in for New Year's Eve, but then our big national concert start, and we have the one and only Rick Springfield coming in with his full rock show on Thursday, January 7th here at Badlands. And you know how he goes out and does the acoustic shows sometimes. This is the big show that he's coming in with, bringing the whole band with him. And then the next week, the one and only Joan Jett and the Blackhearts coming here to Badlands. And we've been talking about this show a lot. We wanted to get Joan in on the front end of things here. And who loves rock and roll more than Joan Jett?
Oh, what a great way to start out 2016 with the house band and into Rick Springfield and Joan Jett. But I'm really looking forward to that first KBAD show we've got coming up the next week.
Well, KBAD show, great lead into what a KBAD show is. Here's the deal. We're going to have shows here about once a month, Jack, and KBAD's our rock station, and our signal's 94.5. So these shows are only going to cost everybody $9.45. And our first KBAD show is one of the coolest bands out there right now. They're called the Rival Sons, and they're awesome.
Yeah.
And I was telling you guys about this earlier.
tell that story
Yeah,
again. Tell them about
last
that.
year I was at the award show, the Classic Rock Award Show in Hollywood, and we're there, and Ozzy's there, and Sharon, and Joe Perry, and the whole Def Leppard band, and Jeff Lynne, and every rock star there. Sammy Hagar hosted it. Dave Mustaine got an award. Everybody's there. Every agent, everything. So there's good entertainment, obviously, that's going on. And Scott Weiland came out at the beginning and performed for everybody. But then this band walks up, and nobody really knew who they were. But a few years ago in London at the Classic Rock Show, these guys had won, Rival Sons. So they came out, they break into it immediately. The entire place on their feet, their entire performance. They played 2 or 3 songs. And check this out. Sharon was sitting right beside me. She walked back after that performance, goes backstage, and you know Tom Consolo, of course, the manager, REO Speedwagon, and Hagar, and he manages Rival Sons. Right. He's a great manager in the rock business.
Good guy.
Goes up to Tom and says, "Look, I want these guys to open up the entire Black Sabbath tour, the final tour of Black Sabbath." And it was done that night. They were so good.
That's the way it's done.
It was. So hey, check this out. Look at this little video clip of the Rival Sons. You guys are going to love this. Check it out.
Live at the Badlands on January 21st, Rival Sons. Come see the most talked about rock band today and see what the buzz is all about. Rival Sons, January 21st, live at the Badlands.
Those guys
I told you.
are insane.
Yeah. Yes.
They are insane. And I can't believe you actually got them to take a night off of the Black Sabbath tour
Well,
to
you
come
know,
here.
they start the night before in Omaha. And then
so
the night after, they're in Chicago. And, of course, Ozzy wouldn't come, but we got the next message.
you peeled them off. You peeled them off for
We
that
did.
Thursday night, right?
Yeah.
That is amazing. That
It
is
is
amazing.
And then, if that weren't good enough, everybody watches TV. You've seen the Geico commercial, the hot one out there with Europe. And
Oh, yeah,
Europe is
yeah.
actually doing a tour sponsored by Geico.
Oh,
we
come
got
on.
one, we got one of the dates.
Oh, my
Right here. So the next week, right after Rival Sons, January 28th, Thursday night, the Europe coming across the pond to kill it right here at Badlands. What do you
Final
got?
countdown.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Come on.
So many great songs. We've got K-Bad already loaded up. We've got Carrie, and we've got Rock the Night, and of course Cherokee, and of course we've got to play the final countdown, right?
Yeah, it's going to be great, and these guys are awesome. You've seen them before.
Yeah, I
Coach.
know them. Yeah,
yeah,
we've
they're,
done shows with them before.
They're the best.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the next week, February 4th, Tonic is coming in Thursday night. A lot of great songs by Tonic. They've never played this region. They're real excited to come in.
Good band, Chuck.
Sandwiches it right after Europe, and that brings us to Valentine's Day. And Shane, what do you got going on Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day, I love that Valentine's Day. Every day's Valentine's Day for Cindy and I'll tell you that much. Chuck, you sly dog, you know what we got going on
I
Valentine's
asked what you got
Day.
going on for Valentine's Day.
Oh, well, I'm going to be at the coolest place on the whole planet, Badlands Pawn.
All right.
The reason why I'm going to be here is just like everybody else. The ladies are going to be calling Dr. Love that night. All the guys are going to shout it out loud. I'm telling you what, we're going to rock and roll all night because you wanted the best. You got the best. Chuck, who we got coming for Valentine's celebration?
The hottest band in the world, as you were going to say, and I'm going to break it down a little bit after that. We got Kiss coming Valentine's, not Day, the Thursday before Valentine's Day. That's right, people. February 11th, right here at Badlands. I called in every favor I think I've ever had in rock and roll, but Kiss is going to be here playing Thursday, February 11th, and we're a little excited. We're going to go to a little commercial and then pick up with the rest of it. Stay tuned, everybody.
At Dollar Loan Center, getting a signature loan is easier than ever. You can complete the entire process online from the comfort of your own home. Go to don'tbebroke.com and fill out the online application in just 4 easy steps. You can also monitor your account, make payments, and check your balance from desktop computers or mobile devices. You never have to walk into a store. Visit us online today. Dollar Loan Center. Lending simplified.
Welcome back to Badlands Weekly, everybody. And Jack, what do you think so far?
I have one word: icons. You're bringing the icons.
You know what? You're right.
You're bringing the icons. You got Joan Jett in the black. I mean, Joan Jett was just
went
inducted
into
into
the
the Rock and Roll Hall
Yeah.
of Fame, right? I mean, Hall of Famer Joan Jett. Then you got Kiss. I mean, Rick Springfield. Come on. I mean, these are household names.
Right.
And speaking of icons, you know, Shane and I have been working on this with Ron for quite a while, and we've developed what we're calling the Badlands House Band Invitational, and you're very familiar with this too.
Nice.
So what we're doing is the Badlands House Band's going to come in for these mega shows, and they're going to bring in some massive talent with greatest hits lead singers. And this first one's going to be February 18th, the week right after Kiss, and this show's incredible. We have Tom Kiefer coming to sing with them from Cinderella, Mark Slaughter from Slaughter, Don Dokken from Dokken. You played with these guys
with
forever.
all these guys, forever,
Kip Winger from Winger,
Of course,
Stephen
Kip.
Piercy, formerly a Rat.
Oh, yeah.
So these legendary singers are going to come out, sing 4 or 5 of their greatest hits with the house band backing them up. It's going to be a full night, a full show of the greatest hits, backed by, of course, our incredible Badlands House Band.
That's gonna be amazing. These people are gonna come to that show, and the next day they're gonna call their friends. People are gonna say, "How was the show?" They're like, "I'm hoarse. I can't sing. I've been so long and everything. I have no voice. I have no voice." That's what's gonna happen on something like every song's a hit.
It's going to be that.
Every
for
song's a
sure.
hit.
Absolutely. Crash, what is that?
Oh, I think we all know
We
what
all know
that
what
sound
that
is.
I know what that is.
We
Come
do
on.
know. I
Come
love that.
on.
What a hook. What
Come
a
on,
hook.
we know what that is. Come on.
So February 25th, Disturbed is going to be playing right here at
get heavy.
Badlands, and we're all going to be down with the sickness for Disturbed, of course. Now, the next 3 weeks, Disturbed's huge, but we got some three killer acts coming up.
Yeah, we do.
On March 3rd, all the way from Germany, their only show so far booked in the United States, except
Impressive.
Balls to the Wall,
Balls
baby.
to the Wall, right here at the Badlands.
Udo, yeah, Udo.
So
Get in
March
there,
3rd, March 3rd, German superstars except playing here at Badlands.
Are they playing a lot of shows in the States?
None. This is the only one
This
they
is
have
it?
booked right now.
They're flying in
Absolutely.
from Germany to Sioux Falls.
Yes.
And then flying back to Germany.
Swear to God.
You're bringing them in,
I'm
Chuck.
bringing 'em
You're
in.
bringing them in, man.
So March 10th, the very next week, Queensryche.
Nice.
Love
so many hits. Where do you even start?
Great band.
And St. Patrick's Day, we're doing something really cool. One of the biggest bands of the 90s around here, you weren't around, Jack, but a band called Zwarte. And Zwarte was huge. And they broke up several years ago, and Bob and Randall went their own ways. They're reuniting for one show, the last show ever, with these guys together right here at Badlands on St. Patrick's Day. And it's a K-Bad show for $9.45.
Nice
There you
deal.
go.
Great
So
show.
Shane, we know what you're doing Valentine's Day.
Well,
what are you doing for St. Patrick's Day now?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be right here at the coolest place on earth, Badlands Pawn. And the reason, Zwarte, that's going to be cool, man, because when bands get together like that after 25 years, there's going to be a certain vibe that's going on. People are going to come in recalling the times they used to go see these bands.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
never
great
know
time.
what's going to happen either.
No, it's
with
gonna
them,
be
with them on
awesome.
stage, the dynamic again and everything. Like you'll never know what's going to happen.
That's
And
right.
the people know them. They love them. So Zwarte for St. Patrick's Day. We're going to take a quick little break here. Check this out.
A short drive to Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort promises a long list of fun. Get ready to rev up your ride. Earn entries every day, now through November 29th. Drawings are held each Sunday between 1 and 6 p.m. Win your share of $33,000 in free play and be entered to win a 2016 GMC Terrain. On Sunday, November 29th, one lucky winner will drive away in a brand new car. Rev up your ride at Grand Falls Casino and Golf Resort.
At Dollar Loan Center, the word no is a good thing. No collateral required. No prepayment penalties. No application fees. And best of all, no checking account required. When banks say no, we say yes. Getting a signature loan up to $2,500 or an auto title loan up to $10,000 from us is a no-brainer. Dollar Loan Center. Lending things simplified.
So welcome back, everyone, to Badlands Weekly. Jack?
Man, oh man.
We all right?
You're hitting on all 8 cylinders here. You got everything cooking. You got it all going. You have rock and roll. You got classic rock. Disturbed tonic. But what's missing, Chuck? Come on.
March 24th.
Come on, what's missing?
March 24th, our first country act here
that's
at
what's-
Badlands.
That's it.
There you go. I like it.
It's a big one. And you're going to want to get your tickets early for that. Justin Moore is going to be playing here at Badlands on March 24th. Last time he was around was sold out down the road and at the arena, and big show for us, Justin Moore.
Be a big show.
And March 21st. But back to the rock. We're getting back into a little rock on March 31st.
You love the rock, Chuck.
I do. On March 31st, Grand Funk Railroad is going to be here, followed by the next week on the 7th of April, and potentially besides Kiss and of course you, but I am so excited for this band, and I worked harder on this band than any band I worked hard to get here. They don't do a lot out in the Midwest, and the one and only Offspring is going to be playing here. And
very nice.
The hits just come to crash.
Oh, again, Gotta Get Away, Self-Esteem, Original Prankster, come out and play. I mean, we've got them all, and so many more are going to be spinning on KBAD. I can't believe that you pulled in the Offspring. This is going to be such a huge show for us.
Well, I think it's one of the smallest venues they've ever played in.
Sure.
Is what their management was saying. And
but what a venue.
Yeah.
But what a venue. Wait
What a
till
venue.
they'll want to come back every week.
and it's everybody. It's our genre. My
Right.
10-year-old son cannot wait to fly back here, Jet, and see the Offspring. They're so good.
It's just
And
going to be a
people are going to
monster
love
show.
it. People, come and see the Offspring and get your tickets early. We're only going to have about 1,600 tickets available for that show, so make sure you come in and get that early. And April 14th, the very next week, the neat thing about this show, and you know this too, Jack, John doesn't play many shows. He only does about a dozen a year. And they're coming in to do this, John Kay and Steppenwolf.
Wow.
And
Nice.
April
Incredible.
14th.
That was one of the bands I grew up. That was the first tour I ever saw. It was John Kay and Steppenwolf and Three Dog Night in Phoenix, Arizona,
great
back in
band,
the
Chuck
late
and Groans.
'60s. Can you believe that?
Yeah. So
that was one of the first concerts I ever saw.
and people aren't going to believe how in shape and the voice and the sound John brings it. He is
Sunglasses.
Oh, he is just the best.
You gonna let him into the shooting range there with the sunglasses?
No, keeping him out of there. So that's a big one. They only play a couple shows a year, and then of course the next week, all the way from Canada. Speaking of John Kay, John Kay Steppenwolf is originally from Canada.
Sure.
Friends of the family, truly here, in the Brennan Rock and Roll Academy. As a matter of fact, they played there. You were there, Crash, for the second anniversary. And of course, we're talking about Mike Reno from Loverboy, one of your great friends, Jack. And they're coming in to play the full Loverboy show on the 21st. So.
I've known those guys for 30 years. I think one of the first shows we ever did in the Bay Area when we were getting together, our band, we were Ranger. We weren't even Night Ranger then. And Bill Graham loved us, the rock impresario Bill Graham, who, legendary and everything like
Best
that.
promoter ever.
And he used to put us on shows opening at, for big acts and stuff. And one of the first shows he put us on was the Loverboy show. And I'm telling you, those guys were the nicest guys to us. An unknown band at that time, but the guys, and still to this day, they're the same way. They're the great guys, like you said, good friend, Mike Reno, big supporter of the Brennan Rock Roll Academy.
And Sioux Falls has had a love affair with Loverboy since they played here at the arena back in the day, I think 1991 or 80s, 81.
Late
right?
80s,
81.
I was 10 years off there. They've always loved him. We've had such success, and Mike has loved the Academy like yourself. We should...
Why don't you roll some?
Yeah,
with
we
the
got a
Academy?
great video.
Something.
Check out this
Yeah,
video
check
of
out the Academy.
the Brennan Rock and Roll Academy. You're going to love it. I grew up just 6 blocks from here, from this building, and every day after school I'd go to the Boys and Girls Club, and they were a great organization, and I've worked with them for years, and I thought it'd be incredible to take, my passion for the Boys and Girls Club and tie it with what Alice has done at the Solid Rock Foundation down in Phoenix. So I created the Brennan Rock and Roll Academy, and this is far more than just somebody getting music lessons.
It's one of the best parts of my job is getting to come here and teach these kids. And after a round of lessons with these young people, I'm walking 2 feet off the ground, just filled with this kid magic. It makes me relive my childhood all over again.
These kids have so much passion for music. They'll do anything, to play. And you know, sometimes music, the music business and all the things that happen in the music business will wear you out and kind of make you lose sight of what really got you here. You know, and that is a true love for music.
Like when the Brennan Rock Roll Academy came, I really wanted to get in it because I liked singing and I wanted to learn how to play other instruments.
You know, this has given her opportunities that we could never give her. I mean, I can't even imagine, you know. I tell her, I said, you don't understand how lucky you are, you know, you got to meet legends that we never got to meet, you know.
I love it. I love that Chuck is giving us an experience to let us know what it's like to be a rock star. I could do it every day if I could.
I had some amazing mentors when I was a child, and they gave me lessons that stuck with me to this very day. So to realize that I'm having that type of effect on these kids, and maybe when they're my age, they'll look back on the lessons that they learned that I taught them or that I was able to pass on, and you can't put a price tag on it, it's invaluable.
We played the opening.
You did.
Acoustic. It was Night Ranger acoustic for the opening of the Brennan Rock Roll Academy.
What a facility.
I mean, that's just a great place, and you all have to come by. If you're in this neck of the woods, you got to pop by the academy and see what's going on there because it's helping kids. You won't believe what it's doing for the kids.
Absolutely.
You know, around here and everything like that. But listen, man, I got to get in on this action here. I mean, there's a lot of bands coming in. I got to get it. No, I'm in on this action. I'm talking about Night Rangers got to get in on this action.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you got in mind?
Well, what I got in mind is April 28th. Night Ranger is coming right here.
April 28th.
How about
Hail
that?
to the chief.
There you
April
go.
28th.
We're coming down here and be there because we're gonna throw in some surprises for you. Talk about surprises. It's always a surprise when Chuck's around, everything like that. So we're gonna throw in some of our own surprises for you.
Well, and you're part of the family. We got to have Night Ranger here, of course. And
got it.
And back to the holidays because we're coming up. What's your favorite holiday?
Well, and I'm your holiday guy with the holiday
guy,
holiday tips.
Exactly.
Cinco de Mayo?
Cinco de Mayo is your favorite holiday.
Cinco de Mayo!
And you're in luck, brother. You're in luck. Most of us here and most of you guys don't know how big this is. But on May 5th, Thursday night, Cinco de Mayo, we have a band coming in called Los Tigres del Norte.
Oh, yeah.
And these guys are huge. Millions of albums sold. They're the biggest. We probably compare them to maybe a combination of Kiss and Leonard Skinner in Mexico. And they got accordions.
They have accordions.
It's going to be something. So authentic Mexican Cinco de Mayo.
Wait a minute.
It's the real deal.
And how did you pull off making Cinco de Mayo on a Thursday so you can have them come in on the day of the concert? That's what I.
We'll let somebody else tell us about that. Check this out.
Gracias, Chuck. No se vayan a perder ese nuevo evento de los Tigres del Norte. Van a venir aquí a Sioux Falls. Inviten a todos sus familiares, a sus amigos. Va a estar padrísimo. Pueden comprar los boletos en Badlands Box Office. Inviten a sus amigos, a sus familiares. Este es un evento que va a estar muy emocionante. Va a estar padrísimo. Y gracias a todos. And back to you, Chuck.
Chuck, are we going to accept pesos?
Yep.
Good answer.
Sure are.
Good answer, Chuck.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Good answer.
It's going to be a great show. That was good.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah, what he said.
What he said.
That was awesome. So, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo with Los Tigres del Norte. And next week, back to the rock. A couple of my favorite bands, my AC/DC sound-alike bands, I always call them. And one thing unique about this show is this is the only show where we actually have an opening act. If you noticed, all of our concerts have been an evening with. So it's the full night of the actual headlining artist. But these two bands match up so well, and they have the same fan base, and they're awesome. And I'm talking about Kix and Rhino Bucket.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, they do fit.
It's going to be a great show and another K-Bad show.
Oh, wow.
Another K-Bad show.
Both bands for
$9.45.
Yeah.
Come on.
$9.45. And yeah, so that's Thursday, May 12th. And one is, we had talked about earlier, of course, with Night Ranger and with Loverboy, but one band that is just so in tune with Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and has been forever is April Wine.
Great
Canadian band too. Yeah,
I'm telling
yeah,
you,
good guys.
From the first time they sold out to the arena, the second time they sold out the arena, some of the shows we've done with them, fantastic band. So the very next week on May 19th, April Wine's coming to Badlands here. That's going to be a heck of a show. And we're already to the end of our first 5 months of shows, and I put the icing on the cake here.
Yeah, you did.
This is a big one. And Thursday, May 26th, Megadeth is going to be playing right here at Badlands.
Dave Mustaine and the boys, huh?
Yes,
They're all
yeah.
coming to town, right?
Not
Oh,
only
man.
Dave Mustaine, but the other Dave in the band, Dave Ellefson.
Dave
You know,
Ellefson, yeah,
he's
sure.
from right up the road in
Little
Jackson,
Dave,
Minnesota.
yep. Really? He's from around here?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
this is sort of a homecoming
just
for
an
him.
hour away.
This will be like a homecoming for him. That's
Yeah, and Jack talked about icons. I mean, you want to talk about an iconic band. 50 million records sold, them and along with Anthrax, Slayer, and Metallica. Really the big four of,
They
of
are.
the whole thrash metal scene.
metal scene.
What
and in a
great
full night and a
icons.
full
Yeah,
show.
icons.
Megadeth to wrap up May.
Wow.
And that's all we're going to give them for right now. We gave you a great big taste.
That should be
all
enough,
the way
right?
through May. The first 5 months of shows we just did there. And Shane, you had mentioned something about those tickets.
Remember now, tickets go on sale at the Badlands box office on November 23rd, and we're going to be open for 72 hours straight selling these tickets.
True. 72 hours. Really.
And I love the fact that you did that, Chuck. Of course, people have been complaining in this town about not being able to get their hands on tickets for the shows right here. They say, oh, they're getting bought by ticket brokers and people out of market. So this is something that you did to sort of combat that and make sure that people here in Sioux Falls can get their tickets here at our Badlands box office for all these incredible shows for the first 72 hours.
Yeah, and thanks for bringing that up. That's a
thing.
great point.
That's a good
and
thing.
This is for the locals because these shows are so big and the capacity isn't big. So these people you're gonna have that one-on-one experience with these acts. And I wanted the locals to have a chance. So literally, every show goes on sale that morning. We're open 72 hours at our box office, maximum of 8 tickets per person.
Perfect.
But come in and grab a ticket for any show, you locals. And then, of course, Thanksgiving morning, we'll put them on sale to everybody online at badlandsboxoffice.com. And, I want to just take a serious minute to thank you guys for coming in, especially you, Jack, for flying here. I know you played last night.
Yep.
In, where were you last night? Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah. Nice. Atlanta. Yeah.
And I want to thank you for coming in and Crash and Chainsaw. And thank you guys for joining us at this special edition of Badlands Weekly. It means a lot to me, and we've worked on this for months to put this lineup together. And it does show. Thanks.
Man.
And remember, Badlands Pawn does open this Thanksgiving at 9 a.m. And I want you all to be here. We got a lot of great shows coming up this year, but just come in and see what we have going on at Badlands. Grab a nickel cup of coffee, grab a free ice water, take a look around. We're setting tents up outside with heaters. It is going to be full Thanksgiving Day, but come out that day. Get rid of the turkey early. Come on out. We might even have a football game on for you. It's going to be a lot of fun. And even prior to that, for that 72 hours, if you want tickets to one of these great shows that we've just mentioned, come out to the box office right here at Badlands, and starting at 9 a.m., 3 days early, and we're going to be there 72 hours straight. Wow. So if you wake up at 3 in the morning and decide, I got to go see Megadeth, we're going to have it for you. And we'll see you at the Badlands Thanksgiving Day. Thanks a lot, and thanks to you guys.
See you later.
Are you tired of trying to buy concert tickets online only to find the entire show is sold out? Well, things are about to change. Badlands Pawn is proud to announce that its box office will open up at 9 a.m. Monday, November 23rd and will stay open for 72 hours straight. Locals, this is your chance to get the tickets you want. Check your local listings for the latest edition of Badlands Weekly for our Thursday night concert lineup to find your favorite band. We'll see you at the Badlands Monday, November 23rd for our 72-hour box office marathon.